Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This is how mis and disinformation works here, is in propaganda as well. Is when you try to discredit your country's leaders. In this case, Putin. Putin works right now under the cloak of we are open, we can help you guys if you need help. Promises or tells the Western countries, not the Western countries, the Western countries' citizens, that guys, all you need to do is just tell us and we're gonna start giving you whatever you need, whatever resources you want. Why? Because he points out that actually it's the leaders of those countries who are the ones who prevent them having whatever Russia has to offer. In this case, gas and oil and coal and others, but in this case it's about gas. So in this article that I have here, this is from Republic World and it's from October 12, 2022. Putin says Russia could increase gas supplies to Europe. All right, Russian President Vladimir Putin said Wednesday that Moscow is ready to resume gas supplies to Europe via a link of the Germany-bound Nord Stream 2 pipeline under the Baltic Sea. If you remember, there were 4 pipes, but not all of them, they were not damaged. 3 of them, so one is still in functioning. It was never activated, but it could potentially carry gas. So, Russian President Vladimir Putin said Wednesday that Moscow is ready to resume gas supplies to Europe via a link of the German-bound Nord Stream 2 pipeline under the Baltic Sea. Speaking at the Moscow Energy Forum, Putin again charged that the US was likely behind the explosions that ripped through both lines of the Nord Stream 1 pipeline and one of the 2 links of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, causing a massive gas leak and taking them out of service. I saw some very interesting terms used now. It's not the attacks on the Nord Stream 1, it's the leaks. So a lot of articles that I read regarding the Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2, whatever that was, sabotage, and it's not sabotage anymore. It's not explosions, it's leaks. This is the euphemism. I saw that today and yesterday. I was like, wait a minute. Does that mean that the Swedes and the Danes found out, the Danish people, investigators, found out who the guy is and they can't say it? So now they say, you gotta change the term. It was an explosion. It was an accident. All of them in the same spot, in 4 spots. But oh my God, it's such a weasel. I mean, it can be like anyway. They're gonna come with something. It was a something, but they're still thinking, scabies or something. All right. So the U.S. has previously rejected similar allegations by Putin. Several European governments said the undersea explosions. Did you see undersea explosions that ripped through both Nord Stream pipelines were likely caused by sabotage, but stopped short of assigning blame. Really? I don't think so. The Russian leader has repeatedly taunted the West by raising the prospect of sending gas through Nord Stream 2, a political non-starter for the German government and others. Why? Why? Your people need it. All right, reaffirming a claim that he made last week, Putin said that the attack on the pipelines was launched by those who wanted to weaken Europe by halting the flow of cheap gas from Russia. That's a logical conclusion, but it doesn't mean that's true. But obviously, you don't have those operational, then the Russians can't turn it on or off anymore. The act of sabotage, I'm quoting, the act of sabotage of the Nord Stream 1 and 2 is an act of international terrorism aimed at undermining energy security of the entire continent by blocking supplies of cheap energy, he said, alleging that the US wants to force Europe to switch to importing more expensive liquefied natural gas. That's something I've been talking about from the very beginning of all this war. They wanted the market, the European market, Russian oil, Russian gas out, US is natural gas in at the premium, if you remember. That's how I said all the time. All right, and I'm quoting again. Those who want to rupture ties between Russia and the EU are behind the acts of sabotage of the Nord Stream, he said. While Russia is still pumping gas to Europe via Ukraine, the explosions on the Baltic pipelines have exacerbated acute energy sabotage shortages faced by Europe before the winter season. Well, they send some, if Ukraine says no more gas for you, no more gas for you, I guess. The Nord Stream, it's very interesting that with all this war, no pipeline was hit in Ukraine. Isn't that strange? But in the Baltic Sea. You know what I mean? The Nord Stream 2 pipeline has never brought natural gas to Europe because Germany prevented the flows from ever starting just before Russia launched military actions in Ukraine on February 24. And then Biden said, you can't do that, we're going to take care of it. Before the explosions, Russia had cut off the parallel Nord Stream 1 pipeline at the center of an energy standoff with Europe. Well, they had to do maintenance, and then the turbines didn't work. What do you want? Russia has blamed technical problems, for the stoppage, but European leaders call it an attempt to divide them over their support for Ukraine. It's very interesting how they could be so logical to say, oh, it's not that, it's not the mechanical issues, it's not the maintenance issue, it's you don't want to give us. But when it's about the other one, they don't use the same logic. Hey, who benefits out of this? United States. So isn't that they blew it in the economic territory of area of Denmark and Sweden? Why would we come over there to do that when we can do it in Russia? Clip, 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 bye-bye. Why? Just to create problems among you? Yeah, that could be a justification. But the Europeans don't use the same logic as here. Well, they just want to play us. What about the other guy? No, because he's good. Forget about it. It's just weasels and weasels. Let's see if something else more here. Putin said that one of the two links, that they were not destroyed, all four of them. Putin again scoffed at Western plans to cap prices for Russian energy exports, saying that Russia won't act against common sense and pay the others' welfare. And I'm quoting, "We won't supply energy to the countries that would cap the prices," he said. "I would like to warn those who, instead of business partnership and market mechanisms, try to use con tricks and blunt blackmail, that we won't do anything to our own detriment." I wouldn't either. So that means, you guys, if you do that, we're not going to supply anything for you. So I don't know where you're going to get it. We'll see. But the thing is, he says, guys, if you want, we will give you some. But it's you who don't want it. So you're hurt by your own decisions. All right. Well, he said it before. He said it again. And he will say it in the future. If he's still alive, right? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.